We are going to start in child's pose tonight. So come onto your hands and knees. Bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees wide. Take a little time. Shimmy your sit bones back towards your heels. Let your pelvis settle as you widen across your lower back and soften through your hip creases. Let your belly start to melt towards the floor between your thighs. Drop your elbows onto your mat. If your forehead can land on your mat as well, let it soften down into the earth. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. And begin your process of arrival. You might do a little body scan. Notice what's going on in this moment in your body, any sensations. Same thing with your heart and your mind. Perhaps do a little scan there. And as you begin to consciously connect to your breath, use your breath to help move any of these sensations through. Full inhales to fill up, to gather, and full exhales to move things through. Today, I thought we could explore flexibility a bit. Developing flexibility gives us more surface area, more breadth. We're able to be pulled further without snapping or tearing when we're flexible. Flexibility is an asset that requires consistency and patience. It takes stepping into moments and poses that are a little uncomfortable and not retreating, but rather staying in them until our body understands and softens to them. When we take ourselves to our edge and encourage, not force or jam or injure, but encourage ourselves to live there, eventually our surface area grows and we make room for more stretching, more learning, more exploration. Flexibility lets us continually redefine our limits by reestablishing our boundaries. Today, as you flow, perhaps notice those moments where you meet your edge. Can you breathe into these moments and be patient as your body expands because of their work on you? Where in your mind and heart might you explore these moments as well? Take one more full breath in, fill up and gather. And a full breath out, moving things through. Crawl your fingertips a little further towards the front of your mat. Start to stretch your arms long. Your elbows and forearms might even lift off the floor, creating more space from your hips all the way out your fingertips. From here, I want you to tuck your chin and start to roll forward. Bring your hips to your wrists, pull your heart through your arms, gaze up, a little modified up dog. From here, bend your elbows straight back and start to roll your belly, chest, and eventually forehead down to the floor. We're going to rewind and reverse that. Start by lifting the top of your head all the way up into that modified up dog. Arms begin to straighten as you push into your hands. And then lead with your sit bones all the way back into child's pose. Let's smooth that out a couple times. Tuck your chin. Roll forward into modified up dog. And then keep rolling. Elbows bend straight back as your belly, chest, and head roll to the floor. Rewind, top of head lifts. Push into your hands, stretch your arms into modified up dog. Sit bones reach back, child's pose. 2 more times, tuck your chin, inhale, pull forward and up. Elbows bend back, exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift top of head back into modified up dog. Exhale, hips back, child's pose. Last time, tuck your chin. Inhale, roll forward and up. Exhale, elbows bend back, roll to the floor. Rewind, inhale, top of head lifts, push into your hands, stretch your arms. Exhale, hips back, child's pose. This time, inhale, pull forward to all fours, tuck your toes. Exhale, stretch back, downward dog. Take a few moments here. Any movement that feels good, go ahead, add that on to this down dog. You might open your mouth, stick out your tongue, flutter your lips. Create space. And start to pedal out your legs. Slowly walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Take your time. Once your feet arrive at the top of your mat, open them hip-width apart. Give your toes a little spread, a little wiggle, and then lower them back to the floor. Lift the arches of your feet. Let your knees soften. Maybe give your head and shoulders a little shake as your torso drapes over your thighs. Keep your left fingertips on the floor. Soften through your left knee. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Forward fold, twist. Push a little more into that right heel and lengthen out the top of your head. Long spine from tail to head. Spin your top shoulder back. Your heart around and up to the ceiling. This might be where you stay. Or maybe that right arm drapes behind you, coming into a half bind. Inhale again, more length from tail to head. Use your exhale to open your heart and shoulder. Take one more breath in. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. Inhale your right arm back up to the sky. Exhale, release, forward fold. And we'll just change sides. Right finger stay on the floor, right knee softens. Inhale, reach your left arm up, forward fold, twist. Push a little more into that left heel. Let that energy rise all the way to your sit bones. And from your sit bones, out the top of your head. Spin your heart to the ceiling, draw your top shoulder back. This might be where you stay, or maybe left arm wraps behind you, half bind. Inhale, find that length from tail to head. Use your exhale to twist. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach your left arm back up to the sky. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Give your legs a little pedal, your torso and head a little sway. And come back to center with everything. Soften everything, knees, hips, shoulders, head, and unroll slowly, one vertebra at a time. Once you arrive standing, roll your shoulders back a couple times. Step your feet together at the top of your mat. Big toes come together, hands to heart center. Soften or close your eyes. Perhaps you return your intention to the idea of flexibility, of gently stretching yourself a little further to expand your breadth, to expand your surface area. That when you're challenged, you have more flexibility, more space, more room to move, to breathe, to be, without breaking, without tearing. Bow your forehead to your heart. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Lift your heart, press your palms. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, chest expansion, knuckles drive down, heart lifts high. Exhale, forward fold with chest expansion. Feel free to soften your knees as much as you need to here. Can you squeeze the heels of your hands together? Draw your shoulder blades together and get wider across the front of your chest. Take a full breath in. On an exhale, release your arms. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Lower your knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Let your hips move down and forward as your heart and gaze lift up. Pressing those palms, soften through your shoulders. Take one more full inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, pull forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, modify as needed, still warming up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, melt your left heel to the floor. Exhale, step your right foot all the way up between your hands. Inhale, cross-legged half lift. As you shift forward, bring your left leg forward and across that right leg. Long spine as you breathe in. And on an exhale, fold. Stay and take another full breath in. Fold a little deeper as you exhale. Zip up through your inner thighs to help you balance, and just start to unroll all the way up to stand. Once you arrive at the top, uncross your legs, feet together. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, chest expansion. Exhale, forward fold with chest expansion. Again, soften those knees as needed. Squeeze your hands and shoulder blades together. Collarbones are wide. Take a full breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. Lower your knee. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Hips press down as forward and forward as your heart and gaze lift. As your palms press, give those shoulders a little more ease. Take a full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, pull forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky, melt your right heel to the floor. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, cross-legged half lift. As you shift forward, right leg pulls through and crosses over that left. Lengthen your spine as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Stay for an inhale. Fold a little deeper as you exhale. Zip up through your inner thighs. Use that to help you balance as you unroll all the way up to stand. Once you arrive, uncross your legs, feet together. Again, inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, chest expansion. Exhale, forward fold with chest expansion. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Lower your knee. Inhale, arms around and up. One breath, press your palms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, pull forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, cross-legged half lift. Left leg comes up front and crossed. Exhale, forward fold. Stay for a breath in. Fold deeper as you exhale. Zip up through those inner thighs, slowly unroll. Once you arrive, uncross your legs, feet together. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, chest expansion. Exhale, forward fold with chest expansion. Full breath in. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot back. Lower your knee. Inhale, arms around and up, soft shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, pull forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Push the floor away with your hands and feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, cross-legged half lift. Right leg pulls through and crosses, long spine. Exhale, fold. Stay for a breath in. Fold deeper as you exhale. Squeeze those inner thighs. Start to roll up to stand. Uncross your legs, feet together. This time, inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Press your palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Soft or closed eyes. Just reconnecting with sensation, with intention. If eyes are closed, let them crack open. Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, sit low, Kakasana. Squeeze your knees together, scoop your belly in. Let your tailbone tuck forward as your shoulders soften. Heart lifts, reach through your fingers. Take a full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, big stretch. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Press down to rise. Inhale, high lunge. Pause and breathe. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward to square your pelvis. Let your hips sink low as that front knee bends. Pull your belly and front ribs back. Stay soft and easy in your neck and shoulders. Reaching through those fingertips, take a full breath in. Exhale, double lunge with cactus arms. Elbows draw down as your back knee bends to a hover off the floor. Inhale, high lunge. Re-straighten that back leg. Reach your arms up. This time adding a twist. Exhale, double lunge, twist to the right with cactus arms. Inhale, high lunge. Come back through center. Exhale, open out. Warrior two. Inhale, stretch your right leg straight. Exhale, triangle, hip shift back. Get longer from right hip crease to right armpit as your right hand lightly lands on your right shin. Let that right sit bone draw back towards your back heel as the top of your head pulls forward. Rotate right ribs, heart, and maybe gaze towards the ceiling. Today, turn your left palm to face the front of the room. Cast your left arm all the way overhead, getting longer through that left side now. Press down and out through your feet. Option to stay right here or add your right arm. Wherever you are, keep rotating your heart and ribs to the ceiling for 3, 2, push down through your feet, 1. Inhale, reverse triangle. Left arm drops back. Right arm reaches all the way up and back. Exhale, low lunge twist. Right arm circles down and up. Left hand lands to the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs together a little here as you rotate your torso around to the ceiling. Reach more through your right fingertips. Relax your shoulders. Full breath in. Listen closely. On an exhale, back leg starts to slide in. Right hand comes behind you. You're rolling to sit, facing the back of your mat in a seated figure 4. So left foot is grounded, right ankle is crossed over your left thigh. Every time we meet this shape, you can adjust as needed. You can walk a little closer to that left heel, chest a little closer to that right shin, shoulders back, heart lifted, easy breathing for 3, 2, 1. Pressing into hands and feet. Inhale, lift your hips. Think of flattening your pelvis to the ceiling. If it's comfortable, drop your head. As you exhale, lower your hips back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, press your hips to the ceiling. Maybe drop your head. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Let your legs start to fall to the left. Hands come to the top of your mat. Right foot shoots up to the ceiling. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga. Modify as needed. Inhale, up dog, both feet to the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay and breathe. Full breaths in. Full breaths out. On an inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Press down to rise. Inhale, high lunge. And take a few breaths here. Left hip back, right hip forward. Square your hips. Let your hips sink lower as that front knee bends. Pull your belly and front ribs in. Stay easy in your neck and shoulders. Reach more through your fingertips. Take a full inhale. Exhale, double lunge with cactus arms. Elbows draw down as that back knee bends to a hover. Inhale, high lunge. Re-stretch your back leg. Reach your arms up. Adding a twist. Exhale, double lunge. Twisting left with cactus arms. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, open wide. Warrior two. Inhale, stretch your left leg straight. Prepare. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left hand to left shin, right arm to the sky. Let that left sit bone reach towards your back heel as you reach more through the top of your head. And then work that rotation. Left ribs, heart, and maybe gaze. Rotate around and up towards the ceiling. Turn your right palm to the front of your space. Cast your right arm all the way overhead, lengthening through your right side. Push down and out through your feet. Option to stay here or maybe add your left arm. Wherever you are, keep rotating your torso around and up. Breathe for 3. Push down into your feet. 2, 1. Inhale, reverse triangle. Right arm drops back. Left arm reaches up and back. Exhale, low lunge twist. Left arm circles down, around, and up. Right hand lands to the floor. Scissor your inner thighs together. Rotate your heart around. Reach through those left fingers. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, start to drag that back leg in. Have a seat. Roll to sit facing the back of your mat. Seated figure 4. Make any adjustments you need to. Flex your left foot. Roll your shoulders back. Keep your heart open. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. We'll take those hip presses, push into your hands and bottom foot. Inhale, lift your hips. Think of flattening your hips to the ceiling. Maybe drop your head. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Let your legs start to roll to the right. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, shoot your left leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Exhale, 3-legged chaturanga. Modify as needed. Inhale, up dog. Both feet land. Exhale, downward dog and breathe. Feel free to stay in stillness and channel your breath, or add some movement. You might observe any shifts, any changes since the beginning of our flow. Just check in. We're going to smooth that out. On an inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, double lunge with cactus arms. Inhale, high lunge, adding a twist. Exhale, double lunge, twist with cactus arms. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, stretch your front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Turn your left palm to the front of your space. Cast that left arm overhead. Maybe add your right arm. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reverse triangle. Left arm drops back. Right arm reaches back. Exhale, low lunge twist. Right arm circles down, around, and up. Left hand lands. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, seated figure 4. Back leg folds in. Pivot around. Flex that right foot. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. 3 presses. Inhale, lift your pelvis. Drop your head. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Legs roll to the right. Hands to the top of your mat. Tuck those left toes. Inhale, shoot your right leg up and back. Exhale, 3-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, both feet land. Exhale, downward facing dog, straight away. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, double lunge with cactus arms. Inhale, high lunge, adding a twist. Exhale, double lunge, cactus arms, and twist left. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, stretch your front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Right palm turns to face the front of your space. Cast that right arm overhead. Option to stay or add your bottom arm. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reverse triangle. Right arm drops back. Left arm reaches back. Exhale, low lunge twist. Left arm circles down, around, and up. Right hand lands. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, seated figure 4. Back leg draws in as you pivot around. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. 3 presses. Inhale, lift your hips, drop your head. Exhale, release. Inhale, press. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, press. Exhale, release. Legs roll to the right. Tuck your back toes as you bring your hands to the top of your mat. Inhale, shoot your left leg to the sky. Exhale, 3-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay and breathe. Reconnect. Check in. On an inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, and let it go. Heel toe your feet hip width apart. Soften your knees, Padangustasana. Reaching down, grabbing onto your big toes in yogic toe lock. First 2 fingers in your thumbs, wrap around your big toes. Put your toes into your fingers. Inhale, pull your chest forward to lengthen. Pull your fingers into your toes. Exhale, pull your belly over your thighs as you lift your shoulders up your back and fold deeply. Press down and out through your heels to lift and spread your sit bones. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Take one more breath in. Fold a little deeper as you exhale. Release your toes, soften your knees, and slowly unroll 1 vertebra at a time. Once you arrive, shoulder rolls back, step your feet together, hands to heart center. Inhale your arms to a T. Exhale, reverse prayer. Spin those shoulders in, reach behind you. Try and find reverse prayer behind your back. If that's too much, grab hold of opposite elbows or even fist to fist. So decide what feels right tonight. Roll your shoulders back. And when you're ready, let's set up those legs. Right foot stays forward. Take a decent step back with your left foot. And then adjust as needed. Maybe widen your stance, maybe shorten your stance. You want your hips square, so right hip back, left hip forward. Heels grounded and legs long. Anchor through your back heel. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen over your front thigh. Belly and heart pull forward. Shoulders continue to roll back. And then at the very end of that fold, relax your neck and head. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Keep drawing your outer right hip back as your heart reaches down and forward. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Take one more breath in. Fold a little deeper as you exhale. Press into your feet. Inhale, just lift halfway. See if you can keep these arms. If you need to adjust, go for it. Shoulders are drawing back, heart is pulling forward. Keeping these arms, start to shift onto your right leg for airplane with reverse prayer arms. Hips stay square, so left hip is rolling down to face the floor. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, pull your belly in. Exhale, 2. Take one more breath in. Stay in it as you exhale. Keep these arms. Slowly start to rise and draw your left knee in towards your chest. One-legged mountain with reverse prayer arms. Working into Garudasana legs. Let your right knee bend. Try and double wrap left leg over right. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Sit low in your hips as you bend your knees. And now let's add our arms. Inhale your arms to a T. Exhale, left arm under. Double wrap. Lift your elbows up. Move your forearms forward as you pull your belly in. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. If you meet your edge, can you breathe into it? Inhale. Exhale, 2. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, unwind, unwrap, feet together, arms overhead. Let's flush it out. Big exhale, dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, big stretch. Exhale, settle and breathe. Take a breath. Inhale, rise to toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Roll up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Straight away, once you arrive, inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, reverse prayer. Opposite elbows or fist to fist behind your back. Good. Roll those shoulders back, and when you're ready, left foot stays forward. Right foot takes a decent step back. Make any adjustments you need to, wider, shorter. Arrange those hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Heels are grounded, legs are long. Now, as you anchor through that right heel, can you rebound that energy up into your heart? Take a full breath in. Lead with your heart. Exhale, draw your heart forward and out over that front leg. Shoulders continue to roll back. If your hands are in reverse prayer, can you bring your thumbs and index fingers together? 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that outer lift drawing back. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Take one more breath in. Fold a little deeper as you exhale. Try and keep these arms. Inhale, just lift halfway, long spine. Re-roll your shoulders back, make any adjustments if you need to. And we'll start to shift onto our left leg. Airplane reverse prayer arms, or maybe opposite elbows or fist to fist. Spin your right hip down. Belly draws in and up. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Take one more breath in. Stay in it as you exhale. Try and keep these arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain with reverse prayer arms. Soft, steady gaze. And we'll set up Garudasana in our legs. Left knee bends. Right leg double wraps over. Squeeze your inner thighs. Sit low. Pull your belly in. Let's add our arms. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, right arm under. Pick up your elbows. Pull your forearms forward and continue to pull your belly back. Bend your knees. Sit low. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. Stay in it. Full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, unwrap, unwind, feet together, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another pause, another breath, another moment. Down dog is a great place to come home. Every single time you meet this shape, just for a breath, a touch, come home. Inhale, rise to toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold and stay. Heel toe your feet mat width apart. Go wide with your feet and legs. You can even turn your toes out a little if you need to as we work our way into a prayer squat. Hands to heart center. Elbows inside your knees. Feel free to move around a little if that feels good. Try and roll your shoulders back and lift your heart. Option to stay here. Otherwise, we're going to play around with crow pose, Kakasana. For crow pose, hands to the floor. Lift your hips and bring your feet together. As you bend your knees, try and bring your knees to your upper arms and let your elbows bend to create little ledges there. Spread your fingers wide like an airplane taking off. Draw your heart forward and up. So you're lifting up through your heart, shifting your weight towards your fingers so that your toes begin to lighten. Push into your hands, zip your belly in. Wherever you are, breathe for 3. We're going to meet back in that prayer squat. 2, 1. Prayer squat. Take a breath. Option to take crow again, or option to take crow into a little tripod. Same crow shape. From there, just lowering your head to the floor, and then maybe play around with lifting back up into crow. I'll let you go at your own pace, own timing. You can stay right here in prayer squat. You can take some twist, whatever feels good in your body. Just a couple breaths, maybe a second round of crow. Maybe crow to tripod. And we'll all meet back up in prayer squat in 3, 2, 1. Take a moment, breathe. We're gonna do that one more time. Prayer squat, crow, crow to tripod, maybe crow to tripod, and then extend your legs for tripod headstand. Take whatever you feel comfortable with. I'll let you move at your own pace, and we'll meet back up in prayer squat. Just a couple breaths. Any variation. Listen to your body. We'll meet back up in prayer squat in 3, 2, 1. Interlace your fingers and just roll out your wrists a bit. In one direction and the other. Good. Release, shake it out. Hands to the top of your mat. Just step back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Gaze to your hands. Exhale, pigeon on the right. Slide your right shin forward. Make sure your right knee is to the outside of your right wrist. Walk your left knee and left toes back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And when and if you're ready, start to walk your hands forward. This is a great place to breathe. As your body begins to shift towards stillness now, notice what comes up in the mind. Just like you used your breath in the beginning of practice in child's pose to move things through. Any sensations that come up, any thoughts that come up, can you use your breath to move them through? Or staying for a few more breaths. See if you can settle in with softness by releasing, by surrendering a little more. Start to walk your hands back in. Take your time. From here, I want you to spin onto your buttocks. Left toes will turn to point up. Bring your right foot all the way into your inner left thigh, setting up for Janu Sirsasana. Turn and face your left leg. There's a little bit of a twist. Inhale, get longer through your spine. And on an exhale, fold over your left leg. You might walk your sit bones back a little. Widen through your inner right knee. Start to make your way up to sit. Cross your left leg over your right. Left foot comes to the floor, half-seated spinal twist. Try and organize both sit bones into the floor. Left hand behind you, right arm to the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook right arm to the outside of your left leg. Get wider from left collarbone out your left shoulder. And wider from right collarbone out your right shoulder. Another great place to close your eyes and maybe try and feel this twist. all the way from the base of your spine into your neck, out the top of your head. Take one more breath in, get taller. Use this exhale, twist a little deeper. Gently unwind through center. Hands come to the top of your mat for an easy counter twist. And then we'll unwind our legs. Left leg swings back, tuck your left toes, step back, downward dog. Easy pedal. Find some release through your hips, through the backs of your knees, cross your lower back. And on an inhale, lift your left leg to the sky, gaze to your hands. Exhale, pigeon on the left. Take the same care in your setup. Left knee over to the left side of your mat. Walk your right knee and right toes back. Inhale, lengthen. When and if you're ready, start to walk your hands forward. Notice where sensations rise on this side. Notice any thoughts that might pop up. Use your breath. Breathe them through. Here for a few more breaths, without forcing, without jamming, without injuring. Can you encourage yourself to soften? Tenderly, gently, sweetly breathing into your edge and maybe a touch beyond. Start to walk your hands back in. We're going to roll onto our buttocks, spin your right toes to the ceiling. Bring your left foot to your inner right thigh, Janu Sirsasana. Sit up tall, face your right leg, take a breath in. Exhale and fold. Maybe you walk your sit bones back, widen through your inner left knee. Make your way up to sit. We're going to bring that right leg across our left leg. Half-seated spinal twist. Ground the sole of your right foot. Ground both sit bones. Right fingers behind you. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. Get taller with every inhale. Twist a little deeper with your exhales. Can you widen across your chest and through your shoulders again? And maybe close your eyes. Feeling that spiral, feeling that twist along the center of your spine, from your tail to your head. Take one more full inhale. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. Gently release through center, hands to the top of your mat for a little counter twist. And then we'll unravel those legs. Right leg swings around, tuck your right toes, step back, downward facing dog. Give your legs a little pedal. On an inhale, pull forward to plank. Exhale, elbows bend back as you lower slowly to the floor. Untuck your toes, walk your legs together. Reach behind you, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back. Start to drive your knuckles to the wall behind you. And then inhale, lift up, Shalabhasana. Legs lift, chest lifts. Continue to work your knuckles to the wall behind you as you lift your chest and widen across your collarbones. Zip those legs together as if you had one. Engage your glutes, hamstrings, calves to lift those legs a little higher. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release, left cheek to the floor. Look right. Let everything drop into the floor. You might even close your eyes. Bring your forehead back to center. Option to take that same variation again, Shalabhasana. Otherwise, come with me into Dhanurasana. Bend your knees. Grab for your feet or your ankles. Walk your knees towards the back of your mat just as much as possible. It might be an inch or so. And walk your knees close together. If you have your ankles, flex your feet. Roll your shoulders back. On an inhale, lift everything away from the floor. Kick feet to ceiling to lift your thighs. Kick shins to the back of your space to lift your chest. Put all of that together. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, release. Right cheek to the floor. Look left. Let go. Heavy yourself into the earth. Forehead to the floor, hands under your shoulders. Press back, child's pose. Easy swish, easy sway. Sort of like you're erasing the board or cleaning the palette. Walk your hands towards your knees. Just come to sit, swing your legs around, and we'll come into Barakrasana. Soles of your feet together, knees open wide. Sit up tall, take a breath in. Exhale and fold. Roll your shoulders down your back. Maybe give your head a little sway, yes and no. Make your way up to sit and open your legs wide into Upavista Kanasana. Knees and toes point to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale and fold. Start to walk your hands back in. You can bring your hands to the backs of your legs to help soften your knees and draw your legs in towards each other. Extend your arms out in front of you. Keep your shoulders easy, belly in as you unroll slowly onto your back. Once you arrive, soles of your feet to the ceiling, happy baby. Grab for the outer edges of your feet. Draw your knees towards the floor. Push your feet into your hands, reach your lower back towards the floor. Maybe you rock, maybe you stretch one or both legs. Maybe you take a lion's breath. Big inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, and open your eyes really wide. Release your feet. Bring both hands to your right leg. Squeeze your right leg and left leg long. Inhale here. Exhale, easy twist. Guide your knee to the left. Cactus your right arm over to the right and look to the right. Come back through center. Swap out your legs. Hug your left knee in. Stretch your right leg long. Inhale there. Exhale, easy twist. Take that knee to the right. Cactus your left arm left. Look left. Inhale back through center. Drop both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead to your knees and squeeze everything into a tight, tight ball. Push your middle back down into your mat. Take a full breath in. Sip in a little more air at the top of that breath. And as you exhale, release and set up for final rest. Shavasana, legs long. Arms alongside your body, palms to the ceiling. Take any little fidgets or movements you need to settle into stillness. Start to deepen your breath. Big, full inhales all the way up and around your heart. Full exhales to your fingers, your toes. Add some small wiggles in your fingers, your wrists, your toes and ankles. Turn your head side to side. And start to walk your feet in towards your seat to bend your knees. Roll to your right and just pause. Taking a moment along your transition from your practice on your mat to your practice off your mat. When you feel like it's time, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes, draw your hands to your heart. The more flexible we become in our thinking and being, the more we open ourselves to self-awareness and growth. James Van Praagh. The divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste.